Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and welcome to day 26 of our 100-day countdown to the best version of ourselves in the new year. As always, I am stoked that you're here and checking in. And for those of you who are just joining us, you are right on time. I have two topics I want to talk about. One of them is saying no and understanding that no is a complete sentence. Did you ever learn that? That no is a complete sentence, that in saying no, you're not required to justify or explain yourself. Do you even have the courage to use no that way? It's something I've had to practice over time, honestly. I think the biggest fault with some people is that when they say no, they're not committed. And so people know that they can push their boundary, that they can get them to, back up and give in. When a mom, basically, it'd be equating a mother to saying, just because I said so. Because I said so. And a mom's not going to explain themselves. When they say because I said so, that's it. And kids are just like, oh, she said because I said so. It's the same thing as a teacher. I don't use no that often, but when I do, my students understand I mean business. I'll be like, no. And then I'll give them that teacher look. And they'll be like, oh, she gave the teacher look. She means it this time. Yeah, I do. I said no. Did you understand that? It's something you have to practice over time, especially someone like me who prefers to just be silly. But yeah, can you have the boundary? Do you even have boundaries of understanding where you end and where somebody else begins? Or are you just so blended in with that person that you just don't even feel like you have the right to defend yourself or take care of yourself? By just saying no, my truth is no. No is a complete sentence, no. What do you think about that? Are you familiar? All right, the other one is that people have said, what's your channel about? I mean, it says Jules Blessed Vegan. So if it's vegan, aren't you talking about, like the way you eat and being a vegan? Dare I say no? It's a fair question. But what I've always understood in my walk is that it's never about the food. It's never about the food. Food in itself has no power. Yeah, it can make us healthier when we make the right choices, but it doesn't have power over our actions. So what is driving the action? What is causing me to eat enough for a small country? What is causing me to choose not to eat and to, limit myself or starve myself? What is making me even spend time contemplating my food in between meals or manipulating it? There's actually people, and I refer to them as normies. There are normal eaters who only eat when they're hungry, whose stomach growls sometimes and then it occurs to them that they're hungry, who, only eat enough and not even till they're full, just enough, who may stop eating because they're bored from eating. I remember, oh my goodness, I've been around some people who are like that, and it's like, wait, what? That is so foreign to my experience, but I appreciate it, and I love it. So for me, my website was always going to be about what provokes that unhealthy eating. What are the underlying stories, themes, problems, triggers that make someone act in the way that they do around food? You're supposed to talk about what you know, and that's what I know. If you are interested in getting people to give you recipes and food, there's a gazillion online. But if you go back and look at my social media recommendations, I'll just briefly reiterate, Tanny Raw, who of course talks about raw food, she has 3,000 recipes. I mean, she has over 2,500 videos, but more than one recipe in those videos and more than one social media format. So she's at like 3,000 recipes. If you want her, Fully Raw Christina, a different focus on the raws, but she has a ton of raw. Even Raw Tropical Living with Jack. There's super simple recipes, but he's got recipes. Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, which is all, right in line with our vegan eating, though some of it is cooked, obviously, cooking show, hello. But those are recipes. The Eat to Live site on Facebook, recipes, they're out there. That's not my gig. On my Instagram page, which is also Jules Bless Vegan, all one word. I've certainly put some recipes on there. I do share some things, but my focus is the underlying problem that shows, the symptom of eating and eating incorrectly and eating obsessively. That's my gig. So if you're going to stick around, I hope you will. But that's kind of the focus of the channel. And, at the very least, stick around for the unveiling of this lusciousness. As my skin continues to get well, my eyes are turning blue. They were always blue, but maybe they're clearer. My hair, a little less gray. Stick around for this unveiling, right? And of course, to get support. So please, as always, comment in the comments, like if you like. Do go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. We'd love to have you. And know that I will get back to you. I care about you, and I look forward to the next 25 days as we continue to be the best version of ourselves in the new year. Until we talk again, peace be with you, and as always, be blessed.